What is up, you guys? My name is Vix, and in this video we're going to be talking about Titanfall, one of the most anticipated shooters coming next year. Now, this shooter is the best shooter I have ever played. It was literally super awesome. Previously, COD Black Ops was my highest health shooter because it was just my first COD, but after playing Titanfall, I can sincerely say that this game is absolutely amazing. So for those of you who don't know, I was at Eurogamer for a couple of days and I got the chance to play Titanfall a couple of times. I kept queuing up because I loved the game so much, so I played it for about an hour. Now, the map I played was this map that you're looking at. It's called Angel City, and this is one of the smallest maps in the game. I actually asked one of the developers, I was like, so what the map size is going to be like, and he told me that this is one of the smallest maps in the game. And I gotta say, this map I thought was actually a medium-sized map because it is quite a decent-sized map. However, I guess it would be small because of the next generation capability of making bigger maps. But anyway, let's get into what Titanfall actually is. So, when I actually got my first impressions of Titanfall, the first actual time I played it, I was absolutely blown away about how fluid the actual game is. So, for those of you who don't know, Respawn Entertainment, this is their debut game, and they've done such a super awesome job of making the game super fluid, and you can actually tell that when you play it. Now, my experience might be a little different because I was playing the game on LAN. However, next year we will be getting dedicated servers for the Xbox One as well as the PC because Respawn Entertainment, or EA, they are going to be using the cloud to give us the best experience ever. So we shouldn't be getting too much of a different experience because I was playing online. However, we will be getting dedicated servers next year. So let's actually talk about Titanfall. Now, when you actually play Titanfall, you have to choose two different loadouts if you want to get in a multiplayer game. So Titanfall makes you actually pick a character loadout and then a Titan loadout. They're two different things. So when you're picking a character loadout, it's pretty much similar to Call of Duty. You pick a primary weapon, you pick a secondary weapon, etc, etc. Now, the Titan loadout is a little bit different. Now, whilst at Eurogamer, they had 3 Titan loadouts that you could choose from, and this was the Atlas class loadout. So I asked the dev about this and I was like, so, you know, how many loadouts for Titans are there? And he was hush-hush about it. He wouldn't tell me, but he did say there's going to be many loadouts that you can choose from. So, you know, people with different playstyles can find their Titan that they'll really like. So pretty much the loadouts at Eurogamer were attack, you know, very easy to use attack loadout. So this is one of them that you're looking at right now. You basically get an LMG as well as the shoulder rocket ability and the magnetic force ability. That was your main attack Titan that you could use, and the others weren't too different from it. Now, there were 2 other Titan loadouts that were at Eurogamer. Now, I can't remember what they had specifically, but I remember them just having, they were heavy weapon Titans. So if you wanted to do massive amounts of damage to the enemy Titan, you would use these loadouts, which would be equipped with heavy weapon rockets that could really damage the Titan. Now, the main Titan that I used was the magnetic force Titan, or the main battle Titan. You know, the guy who, you know, holds out his hand and stops the bullets and redirects them back at the enemy. Basically, the Neo Titan from the Matrix. So that's what I was using because I really loved the magnetic force ability. Now, the other 2 Titans that were playable didn't have this ability. That was replaced by the electric smoke ability. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, you would deploy electric smoke and that would I would say disorientate the enemy so they couldn't really see well, and this would happen to both the Titans as well as the enemy personnel, so they would both get disorientated if they were to go through that smoke. Now, in my opinion, that ability wasn't too good, as well as the magnetic force ability. That's why I kept choosing the main attack Titan, because he could just stop bullets and redirect them, which was absolutely insane and did massive amounts of damage, especially if you were to stop like rockets coming at you and then just redirect them. Enemy Titans would get messed up. So whilst I was at Eurogamer, I asked the devs about how to actually get a Titan, how does it drop, and they made very sure to tell me that this was pre-alpha gameplay that I am playing, so a lot of decisions hadn't been finalized. Now, one of the things that they told me was Titanfall, or how to make a Titanfall, is a mixture of things. First of all, it's based on a time limit. I think at Eurogamer it was 60 seconds, so in 60 seconds after you guys spawned in, your Titan would be getting built and then it would just drop. So I'm guessing they made it 60 seconds just for Eurogamer so everyone get a chance to actually play as a Titan. And when the actual game comes out, I believe this 60-second process will be lengthened to about 2 minutes, maybe even longer, depending on what the devs decide is reasonable. So you have to wait a certain amount of time before your Titan was dropped. But they also said you could speed your Titan building process up just by killing enemy personnel, enemy militia, or enemy Titans. Now, after killing a bunch of people, after doing a bunch of objectives, your Titan will be ready for deployment, and an indication on the screen will appear saying press down on the D-pad if you want to call your Titan. Now, one thing I'm going to say, and a massive props to Respawn Entertainment, they hired a guy who has an amazing voice, right? And when he says your Titan is ready for deployment, you get excited. It's probably one of the best feelings I had when I was playing the game. It was amazing. You're like, your Titan is ready for deployment. I got all ecstatic and giddy. I was like, oh my god, that voice was so cool, I can't wait. And then you have a red beam on your map indicating where your Titan's gonna fall. It was absolutely insane. So whilst I was playing Titanfall, I actually got worried. And the reason I got worried was because whilst I was playing Titanfall, I was loving how much fun the game just was. It was very fluid. I can't stress this enough. The game was super awesome to play. You just felt like the character you were playing as was doing what you want him to do, and it was crazy. It was just like it was a new experience for me, because COD, that doesn't always happen. You know, when you try and shoot an enemy, he doesn't die all the time, and you know, you get some bullshit in there. But in Titanfall, I was just enjoying how little of bullshit there actually was in the game. It was just fun, and I was just enjoying it so much. So I asked him, how are you going to be changing the game for actual release date? You know, are you going to be adding more players? Is it just going to be 6v6? How is the game going to go? And of course he was very cryptic. His name was Matt, and he was very cryptic with his answers. He was like, sorry, we can't release any details at the moment. You just have to wait and find out. And then I asked him, will the game have bigger maps? Because I was playing on Angel City, which was one of the smallest maps in the game. And then he answered very cryptically. He was like, yes, there will be bigger maps. Then I was like, if there are going to be bigger maps, 6v6 won't actually, you know, work on those maps, will it? And he was like, I never said that there will be a set 6v6 limit. So there you have it, guys. That is my, you know, sneaky little hint that the dev gave me, that the game will, you know, feature, you know, hopefully a higher level of numbers. I'm pretty sure they will, because Xbox One is coming out and it will be a much more powerful console, allowing for a lot more players to be in the game. Maybe we'll have 12v12, which will be very interesting. If push comes to shove and we have 24 versus 24, that would be absolutely insane. Imagine how many Titans and how much more chaos the game would be. I trust the guys at Respawn Entertainment to make a good game that is still fluid and, you know, it's still a lot of fun to play, and not, you know, get too chaotic and get too out of hand and just make it a pain in the ass to actually play. Now, the last thing I asked one of the devs was, is there going to be a ranking up system? How do you unlock guns? How do you unlock better attachments, etc, etc? And the guy was so sneaky. This is what he said back to me. Look, the guys at Respawn Entertainment made the COD Modern Warfare 2 ranking up customization system, so that's all I'm gonna say. And I can't believe at what kind of hint he gave me, because I just started laughing at him. I was like, oh, okay, I'll take that, and that's exactly what I did. He hinted at there being a ranking up system. Now, we've already seen proof that there is a ranking up system when you play the actual game. In the footage you've actually seen, every time you get a kill, every time you kill a militia, every time you kill a Titan, you do get a little bit of XP. Now, there haven't been any releases on customization yet, or how many guns they're going to be, even if there is going to be, you know, male and female characters. None of that has been released yet. But I did ask him, there was a loadout in the game at Eurogamer where you could choose to be a woman who would have a very smart tactical loadout. Now, the woman would actually have a pistol, and the pistol would actually home in on enemies, so you could kill 4 of them at once, and that was an amazing loadout to be tactical with, but you had to be very sneaky. So I asked him, how come there's a woman on the actual loadout, but when you spawn in, you're actually a guy? And he said, you know, this is pre-alpha game, so the female hasn't been added in, so you just spawn in as a random male, and you go on about with your game. So he pretty much did confirm over there that there is going to be female characters in the game. But that is all the information I have for Titanfall right now. I will be covering this game as soon as some more news comes out or actual gameplay comes out, because I absolutely love this game. Here's what I'm going to say about Titanfall, and take this as my last statement if you should buy the game or not. When I played Call of Duty Ghost, I was frustrated, and the reason I was frustrated was because I couldn't get my kill streaks. In Titanfall, you get your kill streak, and I'm not going to call the Titan a kill streak. It just doesn't fail to spawn. It will spawn no matter what. You get it no matter what. And that sense of frustration just wasn't there, because as soon as I died in Titanfall, I wasn't frustrated. I just had the feeling of getting back to the action and just playing it, because it was just such a positive experience for me. This is going to be the FPS of next year. It is absolutely insane, and I can't wait for it to come out. It comes out in spring 2014. I'll be sure to cover the game, and I'll be sure to cover any news leading up to that point. Thank you everyone for watching. I want to thank you all the devs at Eurogamer for actually making the trip to Eurogamer and, you know, telling me all about the game. It was such a positive experience at Eurogamer, and I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would get 200 likes for this video, that would be absolutely insane. I really enjoyed my Titanfall experience. Only played it for about an hour, but you know, in that hour I really did enjoy it, and a lot of people who are coming out from Eurogamer enjoyed it as well. One last thing I'll say, on the second or the third day, Titanfall won the Best FPS Award, Best Game Show Award, and Best Game at Eurogamer Expo 2013 Award. So take that for what you will. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like the video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.